David Zaslov says, we're going to do new Lord of the Rings movies. We don't have the streaming, the shows, the one-offs, right? We've got the actual Lord of the Rings movies, which was an absolute shot at. It was Warner Brothers. They've got several IPs that are just gold mines for them. They've got to make money, right? All these companies are struggling right now. And so instead of pumping hundreds of millions of dollars into unproven IPs, they're moving towards the proven entities, right?
So Embracer Group actually owns them. They struck a deal with Embracer Group to basically do movies off whatever they want. Well, Amazon, I think, did a certain era. And
they can't go outside that, right?
They can't go outside of that. So
for Rings of Power.
Which, I mean, we never really talked about that show. I think we both gave it a shot and thought it was awful. So that's why we didn't cover it.
That's why we didn't cover it.
And we didn't want to hate watch it, which there are people that do that, and, that's great. But we didn't want to do that. So it'd be funny if they covered that same era that Rings of Power is covering, except they just actually stayed to the source material. And see.
That would be an ultimate
how much
jab at Amazon.
And watch how much better it does. Because,
that would be.
Which is funny because, they hyped it up like that show was doing really well. And if you looked at the Nielsen's ratings, it didn't do well.
No.
It didn't. It wasn't even their top show. I think The Boys and Reacher were both ahead of it on Amazon. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential for that series if they do it right, and hopefully they stay true to the source material. And
so I think the key is they got to get Peter Jackson. I don't think he has to direct the films, but they have to get Peter Jackson involved, because if you get Peter Jackson, it's not a guarantee that it's going to be a huge success, but it's a guarantee that you're going to get the fans to watch it. Because, Peter Jackson, I know not everybody loved the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but that original trilogy that he did was wildly successful.
I thought it was amazing.
And if you come out and you say Peter Jackson is directing the first movie, or he's executive producing and he gets to pick the directors, and Philippa is involved as well, the original creative team around the Lord of the Rings trilogy, at that point, I don't care where they go. I think Peter will know the place to play, the pocket for the story. Do we want to go 6,000 plus years before the events of Lord of the Rings and do the Children of Hurin? Do we want to go to the future and maybe show Aragorn and what happened after? I think, because I think that he can go a couple of different ways, but depending upon which direction he goes, there's a tighter box to play in, right? So Peter Jackson knows that as well as anybody. And so I think that, and David Zaslov said on the earnings call, that he's in talks with Peter Jackson. So he knows that is a huge win to get Peter Jackson on board for this new series of movies. I'm excited about it. If they get Peter Jackson involved in the project, then I think this thing's going to be successful. It'd be hard for it not to be.
That is a huge slap in the face to Amazon, though, isn't it?
And that's what we want.
And it would be even bigger if they cover the same era. Like the exact
competition breeds excellence. No. So if they're competing, then I think it makes everybody better, right? The cream rises to the top. And so I'm excited about it. We wanted to talk about it. Remember, if you like what you heard today, leave a comment below. Let us know what you think, and hit that like button. And most importantly, hit subscribe so that we can grow our channel. And TCB.